and welcome to episode 3 of Tub Talk with Biz and
Sable.
So we got the official yesterday from Taco Shooter that he is retiring from Marvel Strike Force. It's kind of weird that you call it retiring. Is it really a job?
Kind of. I mean, they want you on the game 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, so.
It's more than a job. It's a lifestyle. Is it a hobby?
It's almost more than a hobby at this point. I'm not sure what you would call it. An addiction?
Addiction. Yeah. In comments, but what do you think it would be called? You tell us. But anyways, so yeah, retired from the game. Went out swinging.
And he did.
Told some stories and some things, and yeah, he's a good guy. He is going to be missed. He was a positive personality.
Yeah, it's hard when you can no longer find the positive in a game. And it just becomes like fun.
Well, and a lot of thing is, so Taco's a very competitive person. So you start off the game and you go all in. And oh boy, did that guy go all in. Like, he built his account as high as he could, as fast as he could, and gained really good knowledge of the game really quickly. Studied it, became pretty advanced at it. I mean, you know, everybody has differences in the way they do ISOs, the way they do attacks, and of course he had the same. I know I'd ask him for things every once in a while, you know, just curious what his outlook was on things and how he was about hitting stuff, just because maybe it doesn't work for me, and maybe at different power levels it does different things. So there was curiosity. He really quickly went from being below us to being above us within a matter of probably, what, 6 months?
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Take long at all.
So I remember when he said he hit 50 million, I might have been only like just hitting 20.
Yeah.
Something like that, I don't know. And now I'm just hit 61 today. I don't know what his account was.
Yeah. But yeah, when you're that competitive, it's hard to find more things to do that keep you competitive. You know, when raids at 2.3, the highest that they are, become easy for you. When wars become, you're seeing the same 4 teams over and over again rotating. When Crucible becomes, you're seeing the same, I don't know, 20, 30 people rotating over and over with the same teams and the same stuff.
And all the bugs and just, the negativity and the offers trying to milk the people for everything they're worth. And
well, sometimes. I think sometimes just the game itself, when you get to that point, becomes enough. But yeah, when you add the other things to it, negativity towards his friends, the people that he, you know, clung on to.
Yep. His alliance being top spenders.
The bullshit stuff happening behind the scenes because he was Envoy for a hot minute. And then, of course, there's high school drama in that. Oh, by the way, tonight I'm doing Monster instead of beer because I do have work after this. But yeah, the good old boys club, they have drama going on.
Yeah, I don't know why one envoy has to scoop everybody else by claiming it's a data mine when you know full well you're an envoy. You know this information, you know you have the information, you know when the embargo is going to be lifted. But no, I'm going to scoop everybody for the views and call it a rumor. Call it a data mine.
Anyways.
No.
So, have you guys have seen people when they color, right? I'm a very color inside the lines, keeping this, you know, things nice and neat. My wife, she's a scribbler. You start a conversation, ooh, you never know where that crayon's going. Yeah, crayon eater. Yeah, you understand how that is, right? But anyways, back on the subject. So, talking about Taco and his retirement. He definitely went out, like, calling out some people. Whether you agree or don't agree with what he said, that's up to you. But he told his opinion, and don't judge the guy for his opinion.
He has the right to his opinion, just like you have the right to your wrong opinion.
To your opinion,
Yeah.
like whatever you feel. There is definitely right and wrong, and there's good and bad in this world.
And that's kind of why I love this game. We play with people from every walk of life, from every demographic. We have big spenders that sometimes I feel like, hey, you should go to a different alliance because we feel like we're holding you back because you could do so much more. And I'm like, no, I like the non-competition. I like to just chill and have fun. Be able to theory grab.
Whoa, not non-competition, just relaxed.
Not competitive.
Competition. We still win, and we still want to win.
Oh yeah, we still whoop that ass.
But we don't do it in a way that's sweaty and it causes people to get up 4 times a night and
Not forcing
give
people
up
to
going
buy
to a
packaging.
wedding and yeah.
No vacations for you this week. We got an alliance event.
Do this or else. It's not like that.
No.
But anyways, yeah, it
Yeah, it was hard to see him go.
was hard to see him go. He's
As
a
much
good guy.
as, you know, we've been there for each other over the last couple of years.
I love Taco. He definitely is a brother.
But it was hard to watch because I knew these last few months something was up.
Yeah, he
Like,
got quiet. He ghosted me more, and it was different. It was a different kind of ghosting. It wasn't like, oh, I was busy, so I was doing other stuff. It was just not wanting to respond. And he messaged me saying he's worried about me because the last couple times I've been on happy hour, it's like I wasn't wanting to be there. But when I don't get along with people, I try not to say negative things. I really do. I try to. The whole thing, you know, my mama said, you know, if you don't got something nice to say, don't say anything at all. I really take that to heart. And so, you know, a couple of streams, there's people that just bugged me that were in stream. And so I was just quiet. And then it takes a little while, and I ease up, and I realized that, hey, this is just a thing. We're all getting along. I need to get over myself, and I need to have fun. And I did. And I tried to make the most of it every time. But it's tough starting out, you know?
yeah.
You can't just make your mind switch that switch. It's got to take a little bit of time. A little bit of liquid courage helps too. And once I had a few warmed up, I was okay. Sometimes. Other times it's, you know, it's still there. And I just got to do what I need to do because I want to do that. And I want to be in front of people, and I want to be the face of whatever it is that we are.
Yep. And it's hard when people are claiming, oh, well, you're judging me and you hate me and you don't agree with me, but then they're the ones sitting there saying the exact same thing, judging others and saying they're toxic because they don't agree with you, or...
Yeah, toxic has been a word that's been thrown around so much, and I don't think people actually know what it means.
There's just an infighting going on right now where you can see the more and more I try and scroll through YouTube to find other videos that might help our alliance, there's a them versus us with the envoys and the bigwig CCs versus the low end
And the spenders.
and the spenders, but the low end trying to break into the YouTube market, like us, who are doing videos to help our alliance, to show them, because you can't show them in game, you can't walk them through step by step how to attack.
No,
Okay, here's a
it's
YouTube
not set
video.
up right.
That you can follow step by step.
Yeah.
Like Vandy posted the one tonight. Here, hey, this is how you beat Gamma on Sus Hive Mind. I stupidly forgot we're on special, and I got wiped. And I should have backed out and done it the right way, but I said, heck with it, I'll eat that attack, and you cleaned it up for me.
Yeah.
But it's like those things. I had to go to Discord to remember, oh, look at the chart, because there's no way in game to remember.
Yeah, and then they go behind the scenes and they change little things, and they have to be changing things. Because certain teams that are based on just one little flip or one bleed or one blind or, you know, one extra attack, all of a sudden aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
And that's an issue too.
And it has to do with something because the open all orbs all of a sudden crashed servers. It had been working perfectly fine. So what are they changing that could then be triggering that T4s might be missing? The code could be coded wrong, so somebody
People
gets
are
extra
losing their
speed.
streak all of a sudden.
There's there's bugs internally somewhere.
All of a sudden you see your tune is maxed out, but you hadn't spent anything on it, or you just leveled them up and they're back to the beginning.
Yep.
Like those things
And
are
then you go to
happening.
level them up again and it says anomaly detected. You go back in and it's all back to the way it was that you had thought you had done in the first place.
So you compound all these things and you bring it to a voice in front of the people that is a Twitch streamer who is a positive person who tries to stay positive, and they try to hold their tongue the best they can when they're not a person that holds their tongue. And then you throw an NDA on them,
Yep.
which you can't even say anymore. Yeah, that's tough to stay positive. It's tough to stay in that position.
Especially when, it makes me wonder, what did he see that could be coming? Because some of the stuff he had said is, by November, they're probably going to make a big announcement. Maintenance mode might be closer than we think. It just makes me wonder, more and more,
Yeah.
what could be going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And then again, like the Envoys put out a video dissing the community for saying they get an advantage. If you don't, then let us know. If the
That's a
playtest
great way to be by
server,
the people, by the way.
right? If the playtest server isn't up all the time, so you can't go in there 24/7 to test things and practice and get a big advantage in Crucible, then let us know that.
Yeah.
Don't make jokes at it and, call us idiots for thinking that when we don't know. Get together with Stokely and say, like, hey, there's a big them versus us going on right now. How can we join the community together, let them know what the Envoys are supposed to do, what we can and can't talk about. This is all the program is. We get you the information as soon as we can.
Right.
That would put an end to a lot of the negativity and the hostility in the community.
A percentage of it.
Yeah, there's always those people that are going to have the wallet envy and be pissed off at the top.
Yeah.
Because again, one of the other people who were quitting, granted they probably just spent all their resources, they have billions saved,
Yeah.
but why, if you know you're going to quit the game or take a step back, would you take the rewards away from somebody else who could use them and will continue to use them?
Right.
Like, it
Yeah.
makes no sense, some things.
Some things, well, speaking of quitting and all those resources and all those things, so along with Taco, we love you, and I definitely hope that, I don't hope that you come back to play, but man, I wish you'd just come play with us and our alliance.
Have
Like,
some
we're
fun
chill and have
crafting with us.
Like I said, I got an alt. I'll live my ult out. I'll let you in. But anyways, if not, that's fine. I understand. Like, uninstall the game, do your thing. We just love you in the community and just have you around talking about the game. And that's what we do in our alliance. We just chill and talk about the game and have fun. But anyways, Taco's out of the game. It's sad. It's a sad day. It's what it is. It's kind of like when, Sage left, or when T-Dub left, or, things like that. But the one that we do remember that left in a different way and kind of impacted in a different way, we just had another one leave, and that's Beta. So, Beta, I don't agree with a lot of things, but at the end of the day, he's a person, and he's playing a game that he really enjoyed, and he put his heart, soul, and a lot of money into it, and really tried to do what he thought was best, whether or not it was the best or not. It was his opinion, and you got to respect him for doing what he wanted to do in the game, and he was definitely at the top of it, at least near the top. I think the first time I seen him was probably about like 4 years ago. I think right after Casino was outed, like all of a sudden I started seeing his name more towards the top, and I was like, who's this guy? Because we got a guy in our alliance named Better Raid Bill, and then I started to notice Better Raid. I'm like, wait, this isn't even the same guy. This is a different name. But yeah, so he put it down. I don't think he completely quit, but he definitely stepped back a lot.
Yeah.
And stepped back from the player's voice stuff, or is helping somebody out, taking a spot while he's away, or something like that. Until they can, or the player's council, or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's also doing it because of negativity and people, and he calls it toxicity. And you know, like, we might not have the greatest opinion on the person, and that's our opinion, but he talked about like personal bashing and people like threatening him. Like that's way above and beyond what needs to happen. You can be like, hey, dude, fuck needs to stop spending so goddamn much money because, you know, it's killing the chances of the lower people being able to catch up at all.
It just kept moving the goalposts.
Moving the goalposts.
But it's his money, and if he wants to do that, then have at it.
Yeah, and the
you
fact
know,
that it's like...
I would have bought my kids a house over a video game, but...
Right. And it's his personal choice. He's got it, like, cool. Like, dude, go for it. Like, if I had the money and I could buy more comic books, I absolutely would. I mean, I don't dig on him for doing it. I get that part. But when you're out in the public eye all of a sudden, like he has been more, and I think that was really his downfall, because we didn't even know who he was.
No.
And all of a sudden his voice starts coming on in places, and he starts talking more in streams.
You see his name on MSFPB. So you're like, oh, the biggest whale in the game is in charge of it? And so I think that's where a lot of the misconceptions came about.
Right.
It's because, I don't know, I may never have seen it. Did he ever have a sit down on a stream and explain any of this? Like, why he's in charge of that, why he wanted to help out the game?
Yeah, and I got to be careful what I said, because some things that were said off of stream that aren't public knowledge, I don't want to put out in a public way. But there were some things said off stream too that if we knew as the public, it would probably make things a little better, a little easier. Unless you're a different kind of person, then it would make it even worse.
Yeah.
You know, so it just kind of depends on how you heard it. So, but it's another negative thing because, you know, I think honestly him being on streams more is what made it more difficult for him to play the game.
Yeah.
Just like Taco joining the Envoy program and seeing all the behind the scenes and then being held more responsible for the way that he does things and what he can say. I think Beta being on streams more and talking and having people know who he is by voice gives people the thought that they can say meaner and angrier and dirtier things to them.
Yep.
And that it's okay. And it's not okay. It's not at all okay. Comments on YouTube that are derogatory, anything that's threatening towards a person, anything that's threatening towards somebody's family or something like that, is just, it's obscene.
Yep. And that's part of what Taco had brought up, is that
the gay bashing and stuff.
And another streamer threatened and basically cornered another content creator and forced him into doing a video with them.
Or else
I'm going to sue you and copyright claim all your videos.
And when you're talking about the other person, you're talking about their livelihood.
Yeah.
They literally gave up jobs just to be a streamer.
And to help this community.
And to help the community, but to help themselves. To help themselves make a living.
Yep.
That's why they did it. And when you have somebody going after your livelihood and you're forced into it, that's a tough spot to be.
Yeah. And I don't know why Scopely didn't step up and do something about that when Casino made a very, very poorly tasted joke. He kept double down on it, and they got him out of there in a hot minute.
Yep.
He was done for. But this guy...
Now, to be fair, we're saying names like Casino, Cheeseburger, and Min Dogs and Sticks because they have retired from our community.
Yep.
We don't say others because they're still in our community.
And if you know, you know.
And if you know, you know. There's no reason for us to be putting out there. You know the business.
I don't need to bash their name through the mud any more than they do it themselves.
Yeah, no reason to put it out there.
No.
It's not because we feel bad or anything like that. It's just not where we want to be.
But if you watch them, then that's on you.
Yeah, like, that's your opinion.
I'm not telling you not to. I'm not telling you to watch anybody in particular.
Yeah.
You're entitled to watch. That's why there's so many, and that's why it was so good.
Yeah.
Because so many little guys were
variety.
trying, but then it felt like they were just getting pushed down.
Oh yeah, because you had the half bakes, you had what's his name, Blue, you had Tech Station was going for a little while. You had, there's so many other streamers that were just like part-time here and there, 308 Gaming, Half Baked. Did I say Half Baked?
Yeah.
I did say Half Baked. I'd say Half Baked because I love the guy. He's great. But there's just so many that are still streaming. Some of them. Other ones have gone by the wayside because they were just small streamers. They did their own thing. They weren't a big name.
Yeah.
They didn't get on the big shows or whatever. You know, like they just did their thing, and those people are kind of pushed to the side now because if you're not a certain way, certain CCs will either go purposely bully your spot. As soon as they see you go stream, they'll come on and they'll try to get the numbers in their side. Some do that. Others, it's like, I don't agree. This is what I do. That's fine. It's cool. Have your opinion. And others bash. And it's like we should all be able to get on and do our things. And that's why I loved when Mindogs was here, because he would set up, you know, like a time frame. Like we do the round table thing. And they would talk to, you know, 11 different people at the same time. And he would be like, okay, these are the times we're all streaming. Like, what time do you want to? And they would, you know, come up with like a schedule. It was kind of cool. Like, you do this time, I do this time, I do that time. It was kind of neat because you always had somebody going. But now it's like,
Well, it's because of COVID, so viewership is down. So we're all in competition for these numbers.
Yeah, the big spots.
But if you're a good streamer, you have good content, you're not playing a phony, you're not playing some role, and then off camera you're a totally different person, then you're going to have the people who are going to stick with you and watch you.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Or if you're a consistent streamer too.
Yeah.
Somebody's on all the time. You know, like that's what somebody wants. Because like, oh, you know, I'm going, you know, I'm off of work, I'm on my way home, yeah, I'm gonna turn on something and listen to it. Oh, this guy's streaming every time. Cool, I'm gonna start listening to him every time.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing it when you're at home. So you know, pop in chat and say a couple things. Hey, I'm listening to you for a while. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
I
that's how
think
you
it's
build
really
an
hard
audience.
when they start to rage about the game. And they start to get salty about the game because then you're like, oh, well, that's true. Yeah, and then you start to get ragey. And then it's just like, okay, gotta turn that off. And
Or
I do my own thing.
Or you have the other thing, whereas they get ragey and then the other people tell other streamers, like, hey, this person's raging out, come watch.
Yeah.
And then they see numbers go up, so they realize that if I rage out, I get more numbers, and so they do it more often.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a couple of streamers that still stream, they started doing. And it's like, well, now where are you going to go from there? Because now you got people expecting that all the time. There's memes about it. There's, you know, like emotes about it. You have videos where you do it. So now they expect you to do that every time. It's like going to a NASCAR just to see a car crash. You know, you're not going for the race. You're going because you want a big crash.
Yeah.
And that's what some of those have become. Like, oh, there was an error in the game. He's streaming. Oh, I'm going to go watch that one. It's going to go off. You know, that's what you're looking for, and that's sad. You should be going to these for entertainment, for
help.
For help.
There are some streamers you ask them for help. Hey, how do you do this, or how do you do that, or what ISO? Well, I don't know. Go here, go there. That's what Reddit's for.
Right.
Or go to my Discord and to my Patreon and.
Oh yeah. If you want to pay, I'll show you.
Like,
oh boy. I mean, I get it. Whatever. It's a way to make money, but golly.
and I get that. It's a job. But I don't know. I'm just a different human. I sit at home because I can't work. So I'm on the computer. I'm making the infographics for our community anyway. All of our alliance mates. So if they want to share it, show it, go
And
for it.
people that ask too.
Right?
Like Duchess just did, Rello, you know, like people that ask. You're like, hey, yeah, I can do that for you. Here you go.
Yeah, I'll sit here, I'll whip stuff up, and there you go, have at it. And then there's other people who will be renamed nameless that ask for stuff, and I'm like, okay, well that'll be like $20, and then never get paid, and never, you know, hand over the work or anything.
Yeah, and become an envoy, and you know, I don't know. Yeah, I agree.
But I do things to help people, and I'm not in it to make money.
That's what we all should be doing, is doing things to help people.
Yeah.
It should be more of the norm rather than the exception.
But I mean, I could turn it into a full-time job and be charging $100 for whatever I did.
Completely.
But
especially with
why?
some of the
When
quality
there's small
that you do.
streamers and they're starting out and they're making maybe $20 a month on Twitch, I'm not going to charge them $100 for an overlay because it just seems wrong.
Yep.
I know there's people that do that. Good on them.
Yep.
I'm just not that kind of person.
Well, and then you were doing the, I don't know what you call them, the logos or whatever for people.
Yeah.
Making for them, and I was just like asking, like, hey, $25. Just help her out. That wasn't you asking. That was me, like, $25.
And me, I was just like, give me a sub to your Twitch. I'm
Well,
good.
because I know how much time you put into it, and I know how the equipment that you use.
And how much they cost me.
Oh my gosh. And so it's like, and then just the software, just the yearly software, it's like, it'd be nice to get a little bit of that, so why not? It's $25. It's easy. I think, most people have $25 lying around, but when you ask certain people to do that for 25, bucks here and there, and then they can't be bothered to help you out, but then you see them buying pack after pack and release after release, and then complaining about money, and then spending and spending and complaining about money. It's like, wow, dude, like, what is that all about? It is that whole thing that we just talked about, like, be who you are.
Yeah.
Don't try to be something you ain't. Then there's just so many that I think that, like you were saying, they're one way in front of the camera, and they're another way away from the camera. It's crazy.
They're playing a part. It's an acting gig.
Yeah.
For some of them.
Yeah.
And good on them. They found a job that they can do playing a video game and entertain the masses.
Yeah.
But don't bash your other content creators.
Yeah. Not in a negative way.
No.
I mean, you could do it like Walt and I did. We roasted the heck out of people.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun. They knew it was coming. Zero Cool knew it was coming. Wapo knew it was coming. We talked to them first. It's the way to do it. And we're not bashing them because we don't like them. We're bashing them because we want them to get more views.
Yep.
And we're doing it because it's fun. And it's funny. And we all do stupid stuff on stream. That's the part of streaming. We're going to be embarrassed every once in a while. And like I pointed out, there's a couple times that I was drinking on the stream. Some of the stuff I drank was pretty nasty. And to see it back, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But it's funny, I don't know. I just think that there needs to be more positivity. There's like this new streamer coming up where everybody's like, oh yeah, he's so positive, blah, blah. I don't know. Energy? I get you. But, I don't know. Positivity is different. And that's what Taco had,
Yeah.
When you went and you watched him, you felt like you're having a good time.
Oh, yeah. And to end each stream, just remember you're pretty, you're smart, you're special.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times I recorded that and sent it to our daughter.
Yep.
To, before her big golf matches.
Right.
Like, positive words.
Or he would call her and tell her.
Yep. Or text her.
It's like, it's important stuff. And you have people like that. You have people like Sage. That the Blitzen DJ was so cathartic. It was so nice just to be there and just to be in the company of other people, just jamming out to music,
and we were all
having a
doing
good
the same
time.
thing. We were all blitzing for this one tune that was just dropped and listening to great music together.
Great music and making fun of the freaking internet company for blaming the power outage on his toaster.
The microwave.
The microwave.
Did you turn your microwave on?
Oh my gosh. Those were fun times, dude. And that's
like the happy hours from a year or two ago.
Yeah.
They were epic.
Right.
And I would even stay up till all hours of the night listening.
Yeah.
Even when you were at work and couldn't be on. We would be there and chat together.
And it was always fun
listening.
because you didn't have that, I don't know, it was like this cloud overhead, like all the time. Anytime in like the last couple months, we get on there, there'd be a cloud.
Yep.
And there'd be voices in the background of the stream constantly that would just be like negative. And I don't need negative around me. I work in corrections. I have negative every time I go to work. I don't want negative when I'm at home trying to do something to have fun and release. Like that's not what it's for. And so it just made it difficult. And You know, Taco's not the kind of person to be like, hey, I don't want you around no more, type of thing, because he doesn't want to hurt people's feelings, unless they do something that's egregious, you know. But and I get that, and that's why it was just like, it took me a while sometimes to get like, you know, in the mood. Like, that's why I was like, bring Paul Bear in, because that guy's some bald energy. He has no idea what Marvel Strike Force is or anything, so I know we're not going to talk about it. You know, bring the dudes from Stream Raiders like we did back in the day. They have no idea about Marvel Strike Force, so we're not talking about it.
Bring back Stream Raiders, Drunken Dungeons. Oh my goodness, those were fun. You know,
but it just seemed like no matter how much we tried, we just went right back to MSF, and it's because of the people that we had there and stream with us.
Maybe we just need to pull up one of those funny YouTube videos, turn it into a drinking game, take a shot every time somebody falls on their face. Like, just something that...
Shoot, turn this into a drinking game. Every time you hear me say so, I've been saying so a lot. Why do I say so all the time?
I don't know. Needle and thread or seed and plow.
Wow, yeah. I don't know why I've been saying it all the time.
Maybe that's your ear.
Oh my gosh. So at a training, right, we have this training guy for our work, and I had 2 in 1 week with them, 2 8-hour sessions. And
one of those was one-on-one.
I'll give you an example. So here, when we're talking here about what went on during that training here, it was just like every other word here was here and there, and when he would say there here, he would say here after he's saying there. So it got very confusing, like which one it was. Was it here or there? Here. So where we go on, and I'm like, should I start counting the heres? Because he's saying it here again here. And so it was just, eventually it gets into your mind, and that's all you're hearing is him saying here. You don't hear any of the content. You're just hearing here is all that you hear. It was, oh my gosh. He's a great guy, and he's super funny, and he's really personable, but if he can stop himself from saying here all the here time, like, oh my gosh, it would be nice.
It was pretty funny.
Here. But yeah, it's just, yeah, something like that would be kind of cool. It's like drinking on stream, like, you know, I kind of do stuff where I try to have fun with people, but the problem is, like, I'll try to have fun with people, and then somebody will ask me a question about the game, and I'll just be like, game mode, like, oh yeah, this is how you do this, this is how you do, because it's like, okay, I need somebody that needs help. Drop everything, help this person out. And it's like, then I kind of get off the rails and do one thing or another, so, yeah, I don't know. I ain't a streamer. I'm just more of a chatty Cathy, I guess. And I love the game, so that's why I stream it. I try to like stream other games now, and it's just not the same. I get quiet. Like Helldivers, I stopped talking. I stopped looking at chat. You know, during wars, I can sit there and talk about what I'm doing in a war. I talk about my battle, and then look, see who's there, and go back in between attacks. And it's fine. And then Star Wars, like, it's like, oh, I'm farming. I'm farming. I'm farming. Oh, and I'm farming.
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Helldivers, Fallout, you have to be looking. You never know what a bug or something's going to come out and get you.
Oh my god,
You always
Fallout's
have to be
crazy.
watching.
Things from all over the place. We went up to this spot in Fallout the other day, we killed all these orc guys, and then we're like, alright, let's start raiding the bodies, and all of a sudden 10 more of them spawned in and started shooting us from behind.
On top of us as we are looting the bodies.
We're in a spot probably, if you're in an actual room, I bet the room was 10 by 8. And somehow it spawned 6 of these right behind me. I'm like, what in the world are we doing here? Like, there was nobody up here except for these 2 dead bodies. Now there's 6 of them.
I know, I saw you and our son standing there, and all of a sudden I'm like, there's 2 more right there next to you guys.
Yeah, they were all over the place.
Back
and then
up, I'm
there's
shooting
3
them.
more downstairs, and like, oh my gosh, yeah, it was crazy. They're shooting through the floor at us somehow. Like, how in the world? But yeah, Marvel's just such a good game to stream off of, because there's a lot of different modes. There's new tunes all the time, maybe too fast now, but there's new tunes all the time which make new team-ups and stuff, and new synergies, new theory crafting, even though we're not allowed to in a lot of modes. But it's like, I don't know, I just love it. I wish it got back to the way that it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. where we can theory craft for raids, we can theory craft for war, we can theory craft for Crucible. War's a little better now than it was, because they're doing like 3, 2, 4 person teams, and then you can kind of fill the fifth in. That's kind of cool. Or they do these things where the whole team gets buffs, so you can kind of spread them into different teams and see how those teams work with them. So that's kind of neat, but it's still really cookie cutter. Really cookie cutter.
Well, from what I gathered from what I was listening to the last couple of days on streams, is that they didn't expect it to last this long. And then COVID hit, and they're like, oh shit, we've got a cash cow here. How do we prolong this?
Yeah.
Their spaghetti code, they weren't planning on it lasting this long. They thought, oh, a year or two will be good. They didn't see 6, 7 years.
Yeah, and it could be much longer with the player base they have and the amount of active players. Like, I mean, you can do this for a long time. Stop changing shit up.
Yep.
Like, we liked what it was.
Go back to the OG campaign releases.
We liked the campaign releases.
Like
we liked the Blitz releases. As much as we might have hated it at the time, we liked them.
Right, the Spider Party. I'm not going to even get a 3-star character on an unlock event.
Is it
I
Pavardi?
have no idea.
Is it like Havarti cheese but with a P?
Pav something.
I like Pav. Pav works.
I don't know. I'd have to rewatch that crappy movie to figure it out.
No thanks.
But yeah, go back to the OG. Like, not even getting a 2-star tune?
Oh,
like, come
right?
on. Really?
Yeah, 2 stars, not, yeah. It's like...
A normal, everyday tryhard like me can't even get to the monthly event piece?
Dude, right.
I mean, granted, I've got an absorbent amount of cores saved up. I mean, the last 3 digits are only 200, but that's okay. Starting over here, 200 cores.
But like, you know, like I said, it was, we went on vacation the last week, and I had one account that was neglected due to my son not doing what he's supposed to do to help me out, and I missed out on so much.
Yep.
Like 3 days probably. Out of the 4 that were gone, 3 days I didn't touch it. You know, and I don't know how much he did, but he didn't do very much.
Mm-mm.
And it's like, it's not even close to getting that monthly piece. Not even close. I got it in my main. I got the monthly piece, but didn't finish the month-long event on my 17 account. And I'm not at either in the other ones. And the one that I was talking about is way behind.
Yeah, it needs to be rebalanced to not favor the top end so much. Because if you want to keep these other players around, we've been here for what, 6 years?
Yeah.
I don't even know how long at this point.
A long time.
Well over 2,000 some odd days. But if you want to keep those people who are in game now, like the guy I was chatting with in Discord, trying to talk him off the ledge, like, dude, slow down. You'll get there. Just because you have a boosted account and you're level 75 after a month, like,
doesn't mean you get all your characters.
You don't have the
75.
resources to build, right?
Yeah.
Every tune. You need to focus on raids and arena because arena's going to get you your cores. Well, I can't do war. I can't do this. Worry about your raid team because that will farm your character nodes to get you your shards, to get you the stuff to be able to upgrade the rest.
Right.
But they just want to rush because they're, well, I got a boost. I'm going to be 100 in a month. Like, it doesn't mean every tune in the game can be 100.
Yeah, I think that they thought doing that would cause people to spend.
Probably.
But in reality, it's going to cause people to burn out.
Yep, and then we're
get
going to
frustrated.
quit. Because it's like, ugh, I can't upgrade again today. Oh, I can't upgrade today.
Yeah, I'm just going to find a new game.
And then you fall behind in arena.
I'm only 2 weeks into this. I'm going to find a new game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even after 3 months, be like, okay, this is boring. This is, I can't upgrade anybody. I can't get ahead. You're gonna give it. You're gonna quit.
Yeah, I've had a couple games for 2 months in. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this no more. Merging characters together to boost characters and stuff like that. Like, it was kind of cool the way they did it, and it was very much like this Hero Collector. And it was interesting, but it was like it didn't catch my attention. And it's like you get a point where you stop being able to progress because you're leveled up too fast, and it's like, okay, well, I'm done then. Luckily, in Marvel, like, you do have a good community where we talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that where you can talk with your alliances, you can talk with people, you can learn how to do things different. You just got to ask questions. But not a lot of people have that either.
No. And a lot of people, when they just start the game, get thrown into a random alliance, They don't know about Discord. They don't know about, anything. They may have just found Marvel off of an ad on some place and just hit, oh, this looks like fun. Let's download it and give it a whirl. Lo and behold, you need 3 Discord servers, 2 websites.
Yep.
And 5 monitors to play the game.
Yeah, and when you start off those first months, if you're not somebody that's on the stream watching, or you're not somebody in an alliance that actually is communicating, you don't even know about the web store.
Nope.
You have no idea. It's a game based on an app.
Yeah.
Why do I need to go to a web
know.
store? What's the scope of the idea? No, I'd rather use Google.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm attached to already. I don't want to have some new ID.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want to do that? Not realizing all the resources you're missing from that. And then once you do, you feel like such a schmuck.
Yeah.
That a week later, a lot of those people are just like, nah, if I had known about this from the start, maybe I'd keep this account.
Yeah, and I don't even think it pops up on the home screen. Hey, be sure to check the website, or even in the supply section of the stores with the offers. The top offer, put a link there. But I think there was something they couldn't link to the website because of Google Play. There was something.
Right.
But at least put something. Hey, go check out this. Leave off the .com, or space it, or spell the word dot.
Yeah.
Instead of putting the dot.
Yeah.
Something that lets them know, hey, check this out. I know occasionally I think there might have been an inbox message that said, be sure to check the web store for free.
Well, here's the other thing too, when you go into raids and you go into stuff like that and they have that banner flowing in the background, how does the banner say go to msf.gg? Or
right.
whatever, you go there. Like, go check this out.
Yep.
You have free advertisement right there in your game. Why not do it there? Like, there's just so many little things that they could do to make things better. And instead, they want to focus on how do we give in-game players more content.
Yeah.
Because they're getting bored.
Because we're speeding stuff up so fast that, yeah.
I'm curious. I would like to see what the math is between when they released 65. The 65 is the original level in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they released 70, how long between the game to 70? How long between 70 to 75? How long between 75 to 80? As far as
it was a couple of years for some of them.
So I'm curious, like, what and how fast that progression has got different, and then also with the DDs.
Yeah.
What's the cadence with that? And then you got to add the APOC saga in there because that was technically another DD. Now they're having this Professor X thing, which I think they hope to hit harder as far as this is an amazing thing in the game. But they released, it was like that with Nightcrawler. They released Nightcrawler, everybody's excited, and then a week later we get a new tune.
Mm-hmm.
A week later. So you took something that was a big thing. Everybody wanted Nightcrawler. This is amazing to get Nightcrawler. A week later you got a new tune you got to build.
Yep.
Ignore Nightcrawler, you got to build this guy now. Because he's on the same team. Oh, week later. Ignore that one now.
And
Now you got to build this one.
same unique, so good luck farming that.
It's like, come on, dude. Like, when you get a big thing like that with Panapool, when he comes up, I hope they just, freeze things. Give us 3 weeks, at least.
Right.
So,
Make
build
it
a
an
team,
event.
play it around, give some, some synergy with Deadpool, with Deathpool, so we can use a new event, new warriors, with, Gwenpool, stuff like that for new warriors. Give it some stuff with other mercs, so maybe we can use Killmonger, Bullseye, even the Riot Guard and the Lieutenant, something like that with mercs. Give us a little while to play with it. Let us see what it's like, and let us use, Deadpool, Panapool, the 2 mercs, and Domino, or Cable. Let us use that for a little while, so we can see what it's like. Play with them for a little while. Have fun with our new toy. Then give us a new one. So we're excited about the next one.
What the way they did these spotlight events, or whatever they called them, was supposed to be. Problem is, free to play,
And it's
or
just
like
semi.
vendors, basically, can't even do those and play with the team other than the test mode.
Yeah.
Because the
You can't get
characters
there.
aren't even released.
Yeah, you can't get there.
So what is the point? You want to showcase them, then showcase them. Give us 5 or 10 nodes. One for Crucible, one for War, one for something with different buffs. Here's the team. Here's how it's built currently, all 7.5s or whatever, 7.7s. Play with them, have fun.
Yeah.
Mix them up with other tunes.
Right.
These are 5 free levels you get to play. Don't even necessarily have to have rewards in them.
Right.
Give a couple ABCs, whatever. 10 gold shards. Doesn't have to be nothing, but
and
just
here's
let
the
me
other
play
thing,
with
though,
it.
too. Like they did in PvP, they let us do balanced. So why not have us go into these things balanced?
Yeah.
So that way, your whaley whales and your free-to-play newbies can all have the same experience.
Yep.
You got this, it's balanced. Now, use your whole roster and find a way to beat this with Crucible rules. Now find a way to beat this with War rules. Now find a way to beat this with Raid rules.
And if they did that and I saw how amazing this team was,
Yeah.
I would be more up to core for them or spend.
Right, or finding somebody to plug and play them with.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, dude, Panapool and freaking X-Men, you know, or X-Force works great together. You know, if you take out, I don't know, who are you going to take out? Probably Negasonic? Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
probably.
Negasonic. So you take out Negasonic and add?
Yeah.
You
And
know
that's
what
the
I
problem
mean?
with the test drive is you can only use those tunes. You can't use others off your roster.
Yeah.
You can only, like, let me see how awesome this
Balance
team
the
can be for how I want to play.
Yeah.
And I would almost guarantee sales would go up.
And give daily rewards too. Don't just make it a one time. What's
Yeah.
the problem with giving us gold? Don't make it coreable, the energy.
Yeah.
Make the energy just be there. It accumulates. You get 10 attacks a day. You have a possibility of getting 1 million gold a day. You know what I mean?
I don't
Give us
think
that.
that would hurt the game at all.
No. And then you have 3 different modes. So you could pick to play raids, you can play Crucible, or you can play War Rules.
Yeah.
You know, you have 3 nodes. Test them out with your whole roster.
Yeah.
Win or lose, you get the gold. So if somebody wants to go in and hit auto, they can.
Yeah, they supercharged these accounts, but forgot to supercharge everything else that goes along with the speed at which you're boosting and playing these accounts.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
the challenges they said they weren't planning on, it was empty screen time and an outdated game mode. Well, they're there. What harm is it to update them? It shouldn't be that hard to code and add to them.
No, and if it's that much of an outdated algorithm, then give us what Star Wars did. And when you go in, you select them all, and you farm them all at once.
Yeah.
You hit one button, you sim them all.
Versus going into each and every single one
Yeah.
every day,
One button, sim
turn
them
it
all.
into the
If
dailies.
you're worried
What
about screen time again.
right? What you
One
get
button,
into the
sim 'em all.
dailies, just add them into the daily logins.
Yeah, and give us a collect all in the dailies now that we can't hoard things anyways.
Yeah.
You know, just give us a collect all. So at the end of the day, just go collect all, got all my stuff.
Yeah, a lot of things they say they go back on, or they don't make any sense to what is going on in game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to update these because they're so outdated, but we're not going to give you more rewards or boost things. Sure, some of the levels have more gold, more orbs. If you're lucky. Some of the nodes, they say 12
More
possible rewards or 12 ABCs on a node. I got 6. Like,
Remember
you
that one
shouldn't get
time
less than what it says.
where Lizard was doubled, and I did a 10 spin and I got 36, and you did a 10 spin and got 4?
Yeah.
I'm like, how can I get 36 shards and you get 4? And we both 10 spin.
Yeah.
Like,
There
that's
should be a
crazy.
guarantee on some of it,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to make it better for every player because there's such a wide variety of player.
Right. Well, I think guaranteed shards would be a good start
For
on
newer
nodes.
players. Yes.
One guaranteed, 3 max. Do it that way. I think would be a good start. Because then that 4 to 6 month thing would be a reality, I think.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I could farm a node for 3 days and get 0 shards right now.
Oh yeah.
But if I could farm a node for 3 days and get 15 shards guaranteed,
Yeah.
I'm more apt also to use more power cores to do that node.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. How long ago did Sunspot get dropped on a node?
Yeah.
And I finished him yesterday,
Oh, did you? I was like, I have them on 3 out of the 4 main accounts.
but I think I only needed 100 shards, 150.
Well, I
to
also
finish him.
purchased them on 1 account. So that one's out of the way. So 2 out of 3 accounts have them at 7 stars.
Yeah. I know. I was so tempted because that Void Knight Battle Pass would have gotten me to the next star level. And I was so tempted. I'm like, ugh, I can't do it because I should have them in orbs, somehow farmable. In the next month,
store,
I'll get them to
whatever.
that, 6-star, and then eventually 7.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
every tune that's node farmable, I have maxed out.
There's a lot of little changes, a lot of things I think we've said here would be great. But are they going to listen to us?
No. Well, and it's hard from my perspective because I've played for 6 years, so I don't know what's in the mind and how a new player account works these days.
Yeah.
I've seen it on stream. I've seen some people do
Oh,
it.
you see it in chat.
And in chat, helping
Discord.
these Discord guys. I'm like,
Anytime you see
Ugh.
pink, they're a newbie. Pink and blue, they're newbies.
and it is
That's
just,
why I did the colors that way, because it's like babies. Pink for girl, blue for boy. So you got your newbies there.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, they really are trying to force these players within a month
Well,
towards
like-
end game content
Yeah.
that it took me 6 years to build to get to.
When do I get APOC?
Like, right? It took me a year to
Bro.
get him, honey.
Bro.
You need to chill. Slow
And
your
then like
roll.
you get these people that are all excited. Oh, I got APOC and I got him in like 200 days. Ouch.
How much did you spend?
Ouch.
What stressful nightmare is that?
Holy Lord, why? Like 200 days, like bro, you should like be doing U7 still.
And he probably didn't have resources to even build. He only built those teams.
Yeah.
He
You
probably
should be
doesn't have
doing
raid
U7
teams.
still, and you should be building your resources, building up those T3s, T2s.
Yep.
That's just crazy talk. It's crazy talk. And there's more. There's people with sus now in 207 days.
Oh yeah. And there's people with 5 million accounts that want incursion rates. Well, I've got
Incursion
5 raid teams at $1 million apiece. That's all you have?
That's it.
You have 5 raid teams.
What are you going to do for some more?
Yeah. How are you going to help a
What are
Plat
you
1
going to do for some
Alliance and more?
events? When they have blitz events that you need all those people of gear and it doesn't count,
Yep.
how are you going to do that?
But no. But I need the red gear now. Red
Like, you
gear's out.
can't
I
even
need
get
it.
You can't even get your hero campaigns done
Yep.
if that's the case. Your Nexus. Like you can't even do those yet.
But I think they did a huge disservice with the boosted stuff. They were trying to make the newbies get to endgame content quicker, but they forgot all the steps in between. There's a lot between A and Z.
Well, the thing is too, like even with this that we're talking right now, the people that are probably going to listen to this aren't brand new players.
No.
And if I were to talk to a brand new player right now, I'd say slow down. Slow down.
Yep.
Play, have fun. Enjoy the game, learn the tunes as you unlock them.
Yep. Figure out how kits work. Because
Level
even
them
me
up.
forgetting bronze.
Yeah. You know, you get
Yeah.
a character unlocked and you're at 65, level that guy up to like 35. See what it does. It's not going to cost you a lot. It's not a big resource management thing if you're doing this with all the tunes. Level up to 35. See what he does.
Yep. And especially with the newer tunes.
Yeah.
Like these newer tunes and some of the ones they've reworked lately. Like,
I bet you can take a level 35 full Hive Mind team and beat U7.
well, probably.
I mean, you can't Doom, obviously, because you need the ISO. Well, actually, no, you need ISO green 1.5. So as long as your player level is over 55, you can get 1.5 ISO. So yeah, so you can even do that. I bet they could do Doom. Level 35 with 1.5 ISO and all the abilities on them, 5 stars.
Probably.
I bet you could do Doom with Hivebine. Kind of curious now. You know, if I was an envoy, I'd be able to go and play server and set that setting up that I just said right now and see if it can happen.
But from what I'm told by another envoy, the test server is only activated during special times at certain things, and they only get to try certain things.
Yeah, for those
They don't have
special
full
things.
access.
Right, that's only when they're talking about those events. So like
But-
Kiln was only up for a couple days before.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about. And that makes sense to me. But the other stuff's live all the time.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
There's no way it couldn't be. Who
Yeah.
else is testing this
Yeah,
stuff?
they're not shutting down the server.
They've got devs playing
turning it
it.
back on. Yeah. But yeah, those are the types of things I want to do. I want to see what these guys can do at low levels to help these players out. Because these new players are like the lifeblood of the game, I think. I mean, everybody says, oh yeah, it's the whales and the krakens. Everyone's like, nah, it's the new players, the ones that are coming in excited. They're the ones that are going to push your streams. They're going to push your videos. stuff like that for all those streamers out there that actually give a crap. They're going to push those things because they're going to be the ones listening and watching. They're going to be the ones asking you questions, messaging you on Discord at 3 a.m. in the morning. I know because it happens to me all the time.
Yep. We need new players coming in to replace the retiring ones.
Yeah.
To replace the burnout ones.
Ain't nobody replacing Taco though.
Oh, hell no.
Taco's one of them. But anyways, yeah, it's sort of a bummer to start, and well, with that comment, I guess kind of ended the same way. But I mean, it went full circle, so that kind of makes sense. So, yeah, this is another good tub talk.
Yeah.
Save
We'll
some
get
for
used to
next
it.
time.
Oh, yeah. No, we could go on for hours.
Maybe get my wife a little more dialed in too when we start talking about things rather than skipping all over the place.
I go off on tangents. That's kind of why we got the recorder. So
Yeah.
that way we can play it back and remember, oh, I needed to make an infographic of Cabal.
You already forgot half the stuff you talked about.
I do.
Yeah.
And I will remember it when I'm editing this tomorrow.
Probably true.
And then I will start working on what I needed to work on.
I just got to remember to add all the people that we mentioned in here so they can hear their name.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Did Wizzy ever even come up?
Oh, Wizzy didn't come up.
Oh,
we
that's
should
a
have
shame.
talked about
We
Wizzy.
should have talked about Wizzy.
That's the thing. I mean, Wizzy was on one of our Titan Talks even.
He
I should have brought
was.
him up.
That's a shame.
No,
Poor
we missed out
Wizzy.
on bringing Wizzy up.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Our bad. Maybe next time, buddy.
Yeah. All right, so all of you out there in YouTube land, thank you for listening. Because obviously, if you're hearing this, you listen, so we appreciate it. And all of you that didn't, you're not hearing it. So, like I said, you can just send it right off.
All right. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what you might want me to go off on a tangent about next time.
Yes, please. Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful thing. But yeah, any questions, any comments, just put them in down there, and we'll get to them. I always reply. So, looking forward to listening to you and hearing you, reading you. I think reading you would be the appropriate thing. All right. Until then, peace.